Today, we will talk about MS Excel. So, Microsoft Excel is a spreadsheet program developed by Microsoft. It allows users to organize, format, and calculate data efficiently. Microsoft Excel is commonly used for academic, business, and personal data management. So, the first question, what is MS Excel? As we all know, MS Excel is a powerful tool for data entry, computation, and analysis. It consists of rows and columns where data is stored in cells. Each cell can contain numbers, text, or formulas. So where is MS Excel commonly used? It is commonly used for creating grade reports and attendance sheets, performing calculations and visualizing data with charts, and managing budgets and tracking performance. Common usage areas are mostly in schools, as what I've said before, grade computation and reports, for businesses, financial statements and analysis, for research, data organization, and statistical evaluation.
Now, let's proceed to data entry. Data entry means recording information into a computer or database. Accurate data entry is important because it ensures reliable and correct results. There are two ways to input data. One is manual entry, when we type it ourselves. Second is importing data, which brings information from other files faster and less prone to errors. You should always organize data in columns and rows like names, grades, and IDs to keep it clear and easy to read. Lastly, use the right data types, text for words, numbers for values, and dates for time-related entries. Doing this helps keep our data clean, accurate, and ready for use. Instead of typing into cells one by one, try this. First, select the header row of your table. That's where your titles like name, age, or grades are. Next, press Alt plus D plus O. This opens Excel data entry form. Now, you can type your information here. Press Tab to move between fields and Enter to save each record. It's much easier, reduces error, and make handling large data sets easier. The next time you enter data, skip the old way and use the Excel data form instead.
For basic calculation for grades, we use typical MS Excel formulas and arithmetic operators such as plus, minus, multiplication, and division. We also compute total and average grades using AutoSum and average. We also format results in decimal places. We round it off.
And now for the example for the demonstration of basic grades calculation or computation of grades. Here we have set of scores already set up. What we are going to do is compute for their average and use the if formula to identify or determine if they have passed or failed their grades. For the first cell, we'll use equals and the average formula. Average, click on this B2, ito na colon, up to D2. Press enter, you'll get the average. Same goes to others. You just repeat until we get everything. We compute the all students. That colon D3, enter. Here also average, then this, enter again. This, enter, and for the last one, click on equal sign average. There we go. Here, and another column for the last time for average, click on enter. There we go. Now we already have their averages. What we're going to do next is to determine if they passed or failed. So we will put equal sign if, open parenthesis, E2 is less than or equal to 79. We put on either pass then or failed. As you can see, since his score is greater than 79, he passed his grades, or he passed this semester. Same goes to other. Put on if click on the cell, only this, or you can just like that, same formula, less than or equal to 79. We put on either pass if his grades is higher than 79, or if lower, we put on failed. Mali ng spacing. There we go. Kulang ng comma. Just like that, repeat the process to everything. I will just speed up the things. There we go. We've finally completed each students. We finally calculated their grades.
Now we have conditional formatting. It highlights important information automatically. Let's take for example, the score or the grade is less than or equal to 75. We mark it as red, and while the passing score greater than or equal to 75, we mark it as green, which means you have passed the grades. It also customize and manage rules easily for better visualization.
Good day everyone. Today I'll show you how to use conditional formatting in your Microsoft Excels. This feature helps us to visually highlight important data like high grades, low scores, or deadlines automatically. So let's go to demonstration on how do I did this automatically without manually highlighting each grades. Let's go. So here we have an example grading sheet with all the grades already input. So what we will do is we would apply the conditional formatting in order to identify the students who have a line of 7 in their grades. So first step is to select the cells with grades. Highlight all them, grades, and from your home tab, click these 3 dots, or if you're using a desktop, you can just find the conditional formatting button. See this conditional formatting, and click on highlight cell rules. So if we want those who got 80 or higher, we would use green color or highlight. Cell value, you all input greater than, so we will put greater than 80. And highlight cells with cell value, so all of them have cell value. So scroll down, and if you click done, all grades that is higher than 80 will be highlighted green. Now, we will add another condition. So we add another condition. We highlight again everything. All of cells that has numbers. There you go. And highlight cells with same condition, cell value. Instead of greater than, we use less than, and the red highlight, we use less than 80. So watch what will happen. If I click done, wait, there's a mistake. Apply to, we will edit this. Not apply to C2. So let's select directly on the grid all the highlighted and simply click the value less than 80 and click done. All the grades that are less than 80 will be highlighted as red. Because this one is 80, we can fix that. If the cell value is, we edit this, or simply this. You can edit this, change the value into 79, highlighted grid, and click done. There you go. You will see those who failed, or those who have a line of 7 in their subjects will be highlighted red in order to easily identify those students. For example, Mr. Nabunturan has one line of 7, which is science, 74. Mr. Soto highlighted math, only math, with 79. It was highlighted red using the conditional formatting. Same goes to Mr. Recto with both line of 7 in math and computer subjects. And Mr. Simbulan also lacking in math and computer. As easy as that. That is just how you use conditional formatting in order for you to not go manual. So you don't have to click the cells one by one and highlight them manually. It's more easy to use the conditional formatting.
Now for using formulas for school reports. Common formulas used are if and average, and etc. It is also to automate grade computation and remarks, link multiple sheets for class summaries, and troubleshoot common formula errors.
Now let us proceed on using the basic formulas. Using formulas in MS Excel. So here I have already the quiz course, sample problem. So in order to get Mr. Lebron's total score of the quiz, which is the total score or the perfect score for each quiz is 20 items. So if he got 20, it means he's perfect. He got the perfect score, or they got the perfect score. So in order to get the total of these scores, we use the formula equals to sum, and then an open parenthesis, get the cell number and the cell letter, this. So if you click this, sum of B12, put a colon to F12 here. If we input F12 and click enter, all of these scores will be totaled or will be added. MS Excel added all these scores in order to have the total score of 96. Now we need to find the average. So in order to find the average, same procedure. You click cell, put an equal sign and input average, enter, done. It is automatic. So if you want it manual, erase that, equals average, then put another open parenthesis, find the cell number is B12, put a colon. After putting a colon, click on the last number on this row, which is F12, and then enter. He got an average of 19.2 over 20. So that's his average score. So in order to get the average, we just need to add everything up. Here, 20, 18, 19, 19, 20. If you add everything, divided into total number or total number of quizzes, which is 5 total quizzes. So you divide 96 by 5, you will get the answer 19.2. So his average in every quizzes that has 20 items, he averages 19.2. So there's also another trick to easily compute. You can just use equals and then sum. For example, this row 2, Mr. Nigo. If you enter that, you just click this. Wait. Cut mo yan. Dito cut yan ah. Mali eh. So again, equal sign, sum, open parenthesis, or you can just input here, the bracket, open the parenthesis, enter the cell, B13, colon, F13. If you press enter, here's the total score. And if you click equal to get the average, sometimes it gives automatically computes the average here. You can just click on that. There we go. As easy as that. And let's just do this with the following scores. We just equals sum, click this, colon, click this, just enter. There you go. You can just do that. And then for the average, still the same. The average automatically puts the opening parenthesis. You can just right click on the cell or click the cell, put colon, and then click the next cell or the last cell. Press enter. There you go. You finally have the average. Let's repeat this. Try this on your Excels. Compute them in order to practice the basic formulas. So now moving on to the next formula, we have here the quotient or the answer to the division problem. So in order to get the quotient, you need to use equal sign again. Type on quotient. Yeah, there you go. And the difference here when using quotient, unlike other formulas, instead of putting a colon, you're putting a comma. So like this, click on the cell. Instead of using this, you don't use that because it will just get errored or it will have errors. In order to compensate, use that, use comma, and then click on the next cell, then click on enter. You will get the quotient. Same goes to other formula. or other problems. Type equals, type in quotient. There you go. Click on this, comma, that, enter. There you go. Now you have the quotient of 70 divided by 4. And then just copy this. Proceed with this. Also try to divide this using your MS Excel. So now, proceeding to the computation of difference or using the subtraction formula. It is actually more basic. You just need to put equal sign and click on the cell. Put the minus sign. Click on the next cell you want to subtract with. Click enter. You will get the difference. As easy as that. Unlike other formulas, they use such quotient, sum, average. When it comes to subtracting, you just need to input equal sign and the cells you want to subtract. For example, A22 subtracted by B22. If you click enter, it will show the difference between the two. It will show the final answer. As easy as that. No need for such complicated words. Unlike other formulas, like average, you need to input the word average. For sum, you need to input the sum. It's like that. Next one, another one. Again, click the cell with number, put on the minus sign, click the next, the subtrahend, and press enter. You will get the difference. For the last one, last example, equals, click on the cell, or you can just type the cell number, the subtraction sign, click it again, enter. You will get these. But if you want it longer, you can just equals, click this, minus sign, click this, next cell, and click this again. If you click enter, it will show difference. It subtracted everything in this row, just like that. And now for our last basic formula, which is the product. So how do we compute for product? It is just the same as other formula. Let's put an equal sign, type in product. There we go. Click on the cells or simply type the cell numbers. In my case, I will just click the cell so that it is just easy, or because it is much easier. Put on a colon, click the other cell you want to compute with, click on enter. There you go. The product will show. As easy as that. So just copy these things to the other problems right here. Again, just click on equals product, click on the cells, colon, or click enter. Just like that. That's just how you use the product formula. As easy as that.
Our topic is about lookup functions like VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, and XLOOKUP. These are useful for getting data automatically from big tables, like student records or grades. We can also use if error to fix or ignore missing data and make our reports easier to manage. So we're gonna use the VLOOKUP function, and we're gonna find the price of each different cookies. Let's say that we have so many orders in one day and you cannot just have the time to one by one the prices. So firstly, we're gonna put the equal sign, which is the function that the Excel will use, and just search up VLOOKUP. Then it says here that what is our lookup value, and we're gonna look up the price of classic chocolate chip cookies. So we're just gonna press this one on our table, and next is our table array, which is the one that we're gonna use to base on which prices the cookies at. So we're just gonna select this all. Then next up is column index number, which is the price of our cookie. And as you can see, the price is on the second column, which is A and B. We're just gonna press number 2 since it's in the second column. And next is true or false. We're gonna use the exact match since we're finding the exact price of the classic chocolate chip cookie. And we're just gonna press that. We can close this parentheses, and next up is we can just press here on top, and we're gonna press on the A2. We press Fn and F4, and in the B16 as well, Fn and F4, and we can just press enter, and all we can do is now put this down, and as you can see, we can check the prices: 2.5, 2.25, and 3. In VLOOKUP, you always had to use the left side column, but in XLOOKUP, we have more way flexibility. So we're gonna be looking at Nigel Tufnell, and our lookup value is Nigel Tufnell again. And our lookup array are the designers, which are the names. And our return array is the items lists. And not like in VLOOKUP, XLOOKUP does the exact match, and just close it and hit enter, and we're done. Horizontal lookup or HLOOKUP in Excel, and let's press equals for the function. Select our lookup value, which is the name, comma, select the table, and comma, row index number, which is our physics grade, and comma, select for exact match and close parentheses. And let's try it out for different grades. Horizontal lookup or HLOOKUP in Excel, and let's press equals for the function. Select.
Good day everyone, I am Sophia Nicole Eldholm, and I'll be discussing protecting and securing sheets. Protecting a sheet in Excel means keeping your data safe from unauthorized access and unwanted edits. This is important especially when you are working with sensitive or important information. It helps keep data safe from people who might accidentally or intentionally change or delete it. It ensures accuracy, privacy, and control over your Excel data, meaning only the right people can edit or view certain parts. It maintains the structure and integrity of your work. This prevents others from making formulas or formatting that you've carefully made. And it also allows secure collaboration by giving limited access to specific parts of your file. This way, you can still work together safely with your team without risking the whole document. In short, protecting and securing sheets helps us manage our data responsibly, making sure it stays safe, accurate, and organized. So, for this part, let's talk about the levels of protection in Excel. There are 3 main levels: file level, workbook level, and worksheet level protection. First, the file level protection. This prevents others from opening or editing the entire file. It's like locking the whole Excel file with a password so only authorized people can access it. Next is the workbook level protection. This focuses on the structure of the workbook. It keeps others from adding, deleting, or renaming your sheets, which helps maintain order and consistency in your data. And lastly, the worksheet level protection. This one allows you to control what parts of the sheet can be edited. For example, you can allow others to input data only in certain cells while keeping the rest protected. First, file encryption. Click Info and Protect Workbook and encrypt with password. Then, enter the password. And that's all. Next is for the password to open or modify. Click Save As and then put any file name. Click Tools and General Options, and then you can set one password to open and another to modify. So for the Mark as Final, click the Protect Workbook and reconsider the Mark as Final, and then click it. So for the Restrict Access or IRM, click the Protect Workbook and we can see here the Restrict Access, click it, and then we have here the Choose Permission for this file. Like Do Not Forward, Restricted Access, Full Control. You can also select users here who can able to read or edit the file. And for the digital signature, click the Protect Workbook And then we can see here, add a digital signature. Click it and this will appear. You can type your commitment type and the purpose of signing this document, and then you can click to sign and this will appear. Its purpose is to confirm that the file is genuine and from a trusted source. Next is the work level protection. Click the review and then the protect workbook. Then enter the password and save. For the worksheet level protection, select all cells and right click. Then click format and go to the protection tab and then check the lock part and click OK. And then go to the review tab, click the protect sheet, select actions that you want to allow, then enter the password.